From Fox 55 Sports, Sports Director Justin Prince, Elijah Collins. With the area's most local sports, this is The Locker Room.
That we say good evening to you all. Welcome inside the locker room. He's Elijah Collins. I am Justin Prince. Elijah, Justin, Elijah, Justin.
Y'all get it.
Yeah. And Elijah, as of tonight, we are now 2/3 of the way through the high school football season here in Indiana. As we entered week 6, some conference races starting to get sorted out, and things got a little weird tonight.
That's right, Justin. Entering tonight, 2 teams in the SAC remain perfect in conference play. The ACC, NLC, and NECC races all starting to heat up, but we're turning our attention to the NE8 to begin things tonight.
Yeah, and for good reason, too, Elijah. Last week, we saw what might have been the game of the year in the area when Snyder faced Carroll. Tonight, it could be a close second as a pair of undefeated square off for bragging rights in the NE8. That's right. 5-0 and for a 6th-ranked Columbia City hitting the road tonight, taking on 5-0 for a number 9 New Haven. It is your locker room game of the week. Let's get you out to John Young Stadium. Brett Fox's Eagles, the defending conference champs, averaging nearly 49 points a night coming into tonight. Kyle Boer's Bulldogs eyeing their first 6-0 start since 2017. They're averaging nearly 42. Neither team got close to that tonight. And the big defense was a big reason why. This, though, is the offense. Trey Bates, big run for a first down for the Bulldogs. This is going to be the defense. Donovan Williams decides to keep it himself, goes off the left side, but check out Ian Stahl with the hit, forces the fumble. Landon Tim jumps on it. Eagles take over, and they would start their next drive trying to march right down the field. And who do they go to? Nobody better than that guy. Stratton Fuller gets the reception, makes some dudes miss, gets a big play, gets the first down. Unfortunately, that drive would stall. We take it to the 4th quarter now. 3rd down for the Bulldogs. They're back on offense. Williams flush from the pocket this time. Taken down by Garrett Shepard. So it's 4th down for the Bulldogs. They decide to go for it, and Williams says, I'll pay you off, coach. Connects with Jamarcus Turner. Had to slide for it, but got the first down.
As long as you get it.
So they convert 4th down later in the drive. Williams to Ajani Washington. That's a touchdown. New Haven retakes the lead, and they don't look back. Bulldogs pick up the win. They're now 6-0, 21-7 the final.
All righty, stop number 2 comes at Lions Field. 3-2 Leo looking to move their way up the conference as they host 0-5 Belmont. First quarter, first drive. Check out Aiden Mons. I put the team on my back. Takes it all the way to the house. That's going to be a 74-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. Just like that, home team up 7-0. Very next drive. Check out the defense by Belmont this time. Dylan Velez, find a man, hit a man.
Underrated player, man. Yeah. 2-time All-NE8 player and one of the better guys in the conference for sure.
Yeah, had that loss for 3 yards there. Then picks up the sack. 2nd quarter we go. The offense getting going once again. Lions on the handoff. Brett Fuller runs it in for his 5th touchdown of the year. The Lions pick up their 4th win of the year. They get the victory 40-0, your final.
If only Belmont had 11 Dylan Velez.
If only.
Let's head down to Huntington now. We check in with Huntington North. They play host to DeKalb. No score in the first. Caden Hinkle fighting for some extra yards. He gets a first down for the Barons. You can move those sticks. Look at that.
Check out the help,
Shout out to my big boys for pushing that pile. And then Aiden Lytle back from injury. Good to see it. decides to keep this one himself, and I'd say that works out. Gets down short of the goal line, but Hinkle going to cap the drive off with a touchdown, takes the handoff, gets into the painted turf, and the Barons take a 7-0 lead. Later on in the quarter, Barons back on offense as Hinkle again gets in for his second score of the night. Extra point good. Barons go up 14. They go on to take this one pretty easily, 49-13, your final.
And elsewhere around the area, the Eastern Knights picking up the 49 win over Norwell. They get the victory, 49-15, your final.
All right, let's hop on over to the ACAC. Little rivalry action on tap. 1A number 2, Adams Central, hosting county rival South Adams in Monroe tonight. Jets had no trouble moving the ball all night as they have all season. Aaron Hershey gets to the sideline for a big run, gets his team into the red zone. A little bit later in the drive, Keegan Bloom, grown man right there, punches it in, just gets over the goal line. AC takes a 7-point lead. Stars trying to answer, but that Jets defense steps up. Max Kerr and Trevor Curry bring down Owen Warner for the big sack on third down, and now in the second quarter, AC back on offense. They go to the PA. Play action, that is. To the air, that's Jack Hamilton to Trevor Curry, and that is a touchdown. Jets take a 14-point lead. They fly away with this one, 48-0, your final.
All righty, sticking with the ACAC 2A number 2 Bluffton. They're 5-0 on the year, hosting Southern Wells. Fred Park Field tonight. This one was all Tigers from the start. We pick it up in the second quarter. The Raiders down 28. Ben Rasmeyer picks it off and runs it 60 yards to the house. Bluffton leads 35-0. After that, Southern Wells tries to get things going for halftime, but Bluffton comes up big on the 4th down stop. Good defense there in the very next play. Check it out. Less than 30 seconds before the end of the half, freshman Cooper Craig rips off a big run here. He goes untouched to the house. Tigers lead 42-0 at half. They go on to win 56-3, your final.
Tell you what, we got AC Bluffton, I think, in 2 weeks. That's going to be fun. Make our way to Monroeville now. Heritage looking to bounce back after their first loss last week, hosting Lapel. They're up 7, but then Lapel does this. That's Devin Craig to Bryce Burris. Touchdown Lapel, tied at 7, but it was all Heritage after that. Caleb Abbott plunges in from about 6 yards out. It's 14-7. Couple possessions later, Kobe Meyer to Zeke Litchfield. We've heard that connection a lot this year, and that is another touchdown. Heritage goes up 21-7. Pats go on to take this one easy. 28-14, they're back in the win column.
All righty, last stop in the ACAC. Woodland Warriors hosting Jay County Patriots. Jay County hasn't beaten the Warriors in the last 35 years.
Excuse me?
35 years. Wow. Check this out, that 22-14 game. Ty Loudon finds Carter Fleet. That's a touchdown there. Fourth quarter gets good. 29-22 game. A.J. Myers takes it in. It's a 1-point game. Jay County trying to do something big. Myers, again, with the run. This time he takes it up the middle. And for the first time in over 35 years, Jay County takes down Woodland Patriots. They get the win 34-28, your final.
All right, let's check in on some scores from the TRC. Southwood wins a thriller tonight over Manchester, 8-7. Meanwhile, Northfield back in the win column for a second straight week. They win 27-12.
And as far as Whitco, they've fallen against Lewis Cats tonight, 52-6, your final.
All right, back here in the Summit City, last home game of the season for Blackhawk Christian. Tough matchup on tap for them, too. Braves hosting 1A number 5 Park Tudor. Pick things up in the first quarter. Braves down 6, trying to keep it that way. Park Tudor's DJ Gordon decides to keep it himself, but Gage Bennett drags him down short of the first down. Panthers punt, but unfortunately they get a break. Next series, bad snap for the Braves. William Harris, it's just kind of booted around. He falls on the fumble. Panthers take over inside the 10, and they take advantage. Very next play, give goes to Harris. He got the fumble. You may as well let him finish it off. He's in for the touchdown. Park Tudor goes up 13. They roll 62-7. You're fine.
All righty, over to Smith Bibler Field. Undefeated Tippecanoe welcoming in 2-3 Jimtown Jimmies. I like that name.
The Jimmies.
First quarter, under 3 minutes. Ball in 18. Nathan Parker is going to do it himself. Runs it in for the touchdown. Extra point is good. It's a 7-0 game. Same quarter. How about some more offense from the good guys? Seconds left. Brock Durf adds in his 2 cents, walks it in. The Vikings take down the Jimmies 35-14 your final. Tidby Valley now 6-0 on the season.
Shout out to Coach Moriarty and company. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but don't you touch that remote. We still got plenty more football to come. We're going to check in with the SAC league-leading Snyder visiting Homestead. Luers taking on Northside, and we've got also stops in the NLC and NECC. Stick around. You're watching The Locker Room.
This is The Locker Room.
Hey, welcome back inside The Locker Room, everyone. Last week, Snyder firmly cemented themselves as the top team in the SAC with a thrilling victory over Carroll in the Locker Room's Game of the Week, or so we thought.
Yeah.
As we said, Elijah, things got weird tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned it, earlier, but that was arguably the best game in the 2-6-0 so far this season. Now, the question is, can Snyder keep their undefeated record intact tonight? We'll go ahead and see. Class 5A's top-ranked Panthers hitting the road. Tonight they're checking out Walter Stadium, taking on Homestead. Spartans looking to bounce back after their loss to Dwenger. Starts you off, and Michael White gets it to Kale Swagger for a nice gain. Snyder up 17 of 14. Later on that drive, though, check out Brett Fox with a nice gain. Takes it up the middle. Homestead goes on to get a field goal after this drive there. Just like that, we're tied up at 17. Fourth quarter we go now. Snyder knocking on the door, but Keyron Billingsley is brought down by Wyatt Little at the goal line. Game still not at 17. Homestead driving again this time. It's Fox. Gets another big gain later on. After this run, it's going to be our guy Swagger.
Homestead came to play tonight, man. They really did.
Oh, yeah. Swagger, here he is again on the game with a phenomenal grab. Check it out. Homestead goes on to win this one in overtime. They get the victory 23-20 your final.
All right, so we've got a one-loss Snyder team now over at Chambers Field. 2A number 11 Bishop Luers looking to keep their perfect SAC record unblemished tonight. If they win, they take over the SAC lead right now. Visiting Northside, third quarter Luers with the 2-point lead. JV is Davenport. The Northside takes the handoff, picks up a nice chunky yards, close to the first down. Later in the drive, fourth down for the Legends. Give goes to Davenport, but he is wrapped up short of the line to gain. Northside turns it over on downs. Luers takes over, and they get right to work. Cohen McKenzie, play action fake, finds Wes Javins for the nice little 8-yard gain. But later in the drive, McKenzie, this is a bad decision right here, gets picked off by Tristan Newsom. That's going to end the drive and end the third quarter. Northside makes it interesting, but Luers hangs on late. They take control of the SAC. They win 30-28, your final.
All righty, elsewhere in the SAC, Chargers looking to get back on track after dropping a tough one to Snyder last week. Tonight they take on the Wayne Generals. We picked this one up in the third quarter. Ball in the 33. Antoine Pollard gets the nice run before slipping down. That's good for a first down, though. But the Generals would settle for this one right here. Brings out the special team. Field goal is good.
Goal kicker some love again. I'm here for it.
Robert Castro gets it in. It's a 4-point game. Other end, Jimmy Sullivan with the handoff to Nate Starks. Takes it outside for the run before being pushed out. And this time, special teams again.
More kicker love. Let's go.
Field goal is good, and Carroll just escapes Wayne tonight. They get the win 2013. They advance to 3-1 in SAC play.
I told you, it was a weird night in the SAC.
I'm telling you.
This game's proved too. Second to last stop comes at Zollner Stadium. Concordia hosting Southside. Both teams looking for win number 1. First quarter, Javon Irby for Southside says,
Irby,
I've got breakaway speed. Takes the handoff, gets outside, but unfortunately gets pushed out of bounds. Picks up the big gain, first down inside Concordia territory. Cadet defense holds, though, 4th and goal, a squadron of cadets. You like that writing?
I like it.
Gets in on the tackle, keeps the Archers out of the end zone. They get the turnover on downs. If their defense would make a play after that with the Archers, that's Brian Eldridge picking off Carter Ripke on that next possession. And how about those Southside Archers? Win number 1 under Andre Goodwell. They roll 35-6. Your final.
Ooh, shout out to the Archers, man. All right, last SAC match. It's a battle between the Saints and the Bruins. Northrop looking for the first win as they host 2-3 Bishop Dwenger. Second quarter, Dwenger with a comfortable lead. Ball in 24. Russell Nipsher gets the run for a first down 4th down. Here we go. They're going for it, but check out the hit right here.
Oh!
Cracks him. Good hit by Bryce Madison there. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Let's go to the other end. Ball on the 5 now. Marcus Logan, the big man. 5'11", 230. Takes it in for the touchdown.
All
Extra
sorts
point
of
is good.
232. I see you, big fella.
35-7 game. Check it out. Dwenger. Too much offense from them tonight. Ethan Springer rolls to his left, finds Carter Minix, the lead wide receiver of the year. Completion is good, and the Saints march their way to a victory tonight. 42-14, your final. BD moves to 3-1 in conference play.
All right, let's check in on the NLC now. 6A number 9 Warsaw. They're 5-0 on the road, visiting 5A number 7 Mishawaka for a big conference showdown tonight. 7-3 ball game in the second quarter, but then Mishawaka finishes the half on a tear. Brady Fisher keeps it himself, takes off for a 25-yard touchdown. Mishawaka opens up a 14-3 lead late in the first half. Cavemen would hold Warsaw to a 3-and-out, and then they do something we don't frequently see from these two teams: pass the football. And it's a good one. Fisher hits Ethan Bryce along the far sideline. Check out the run, makes a few dudes miss, and lunges for the end zone. That's a touchdown. 62 yards to the residents. Mishawaka takes a 17-point lead. Cavemen hand Warsaw their first loss, 34-11. Tigers fall to 5-1.
All righty.
I got this one. Elsewhere in the NLC, Northridge just edging out Wawasee tonight, 14-7. Your final in that one.
Sorry, I got a little bit.
Oh, you're good.
All right, here we go. Up next.
We're excited about this game.
Here we go. Garrett taking on West Noble. In this one, the Chargers trying to extend their win streak to 6 games. West Noble takes an early lead, makes it the score 14-0. West Noble tries to drive again, almost breaks away, but Garrett, check it out, gets the stop there. Garrett gets the touchdown right here. 14-7 game. Garrett recovers the fumble. They later march down the field and score once again, taking the lead with 2-point conversion. But West Noble pulls away late. They get the win, 34-15, your final.
All right, elsewhere in the NECC tonight, Fairfield takes down Angola. Hornets fall to 0-6. Fairfield improves to 3-3, 28-12, your final.
All right, to Victor Field, it's the battle between the Eagles. Churubusco coming off their first win of the season last week. Tonight they host Fremont Eagles. It might have been the Eagles versus the Eagles, but only one came out on top. Here he is tonight, left in the second quarter after scoring 26 points, making this their best quarter of the game. They went into the second half of the game with almost a 30-point lead, but they didn't turn down the heat. By the last quarter, they scored the last 8 points of the game and crushing Fremont 46-3, your final.
All right, elsewhere in the NECC, let's check in on a couple more scores for you. East Side takes care of Prairie Heights 49-13. Lakeland all over Central Noble 49-6.
Elsewhere around the area, Van Wert taking on St. Mary's Memorial. Memorial gets the victory 21-19. Fairfield falls to Antwerp 45-8, your final.
All right, you see the stinger. You know what that means. It's time for our play of the night. We're going to make our way back to good old Leo High School. Aiden Mons.
First play on the first drive.
Play of the ball game.
I believe this was his longest run of the year so far.
Sets the tone, as they like to say, for a big night for the Lions. That is a 74-yard house call.
Look at that.
For the fella.
Right
and
up
a touchdown.
the middle, good play.
And Leo rolls 40-0. Shout out to the Lions. All right.